Let's talk about everything happened. Every game happened on the 28th, January 28th, 2025. We only have 4 games on Tuesday because we got a couple of TNT games. The first one, the first one was on TNT. Yeah, it's supposed to be a big game when they scheduled it, but the Sixers they seem to be better without Paul George, based on very limited sample size. They won 3 straight. This game no Paul George, the last game no Paul George, and probably last game because Paul George only played 12 minutes. Who knows? I don't know if Paul George is a positive player this year. Um, Lakers, AD only played 10 minutes. He was hurt. He got hurt. Yeah, I mean, he's doubtful for next game. A domino strain. Yeah, it's probably not that serious. AD and LeBron both. They have played a lot of games this year. They played a lot of games, so happy with that. If you don't have them, LeBron put up another great game with no AD. He can still do it at this age. It just does he want to, or he's saving it for the playoffs. But even with that, the Lakers they are. Oh wow, actually, they're the 5th seed right now. That is very impressive. Um, that is very impressive. 5th seed right now. Austin Reeves had 8 assists. His assists has just been really, really good. But scoring wise, I think he's a little bit more. I mean, he's efficient here, 6 for 10. But prior to this, a lot of games he was struggling shooting the ball because it's hard to find a balance between being aggressive and then look for your own shot. It's a lot easier if you just I have one job to score, right? You can attack. So maybe he's just adjusting to that a little bit. Outside those guys, I mean, the Lakers, nobody really has that much value, right? For the Sixers, though, Yabusali, we have to, Embiid's probably going to be back very soon, but he just put up numbers. 6 for 9, so that's a good field goal. He only played 27 minutes, too, because of the blowout. 5 rebound, he can get rebound, 3 assists. He can get you assist, 4 steals, right? He doesn't block a lot of shots because he's not a big, he played at center, but he's not a big dude. 6 for 9, 14 points, overall very good. While Eric Gordon and Kelly Oubre Jr., I mean, with Paul George out, for sure, these guys have really good value. And same thing with Justin Edwards. He got the start as well. Played 30 minutes. Another 3 and D guy, so if you're looking for those, sure, he had 3 steals here and hit 1 3. Tyrese Maxey, 43 points, 4 threes, 2 steals, 9 for 9 from the line, 15 for 26 from the field. What a game from him. The Lakers defensively, they got some issues. Maybe they have trouble dealing with really quick guards. Tyrese Maxey has been amazing. In the last month, he's actually the sixth ranked player, averaging 29 points and 3.3 threes, with 6.7 assists, even though he only got 2 assists here, while shooting 93% from the line. Yeah, 93% from the line on 6 attempts is actually huge for his fantasy value in category leagues. Amazing. But probably a sell high, to be honest. You don't have Embiid and you don't have Paul George. And he's also shooting the ball very well the last couple games. The next one, the Rockets barely beat the Hawks, 100-96. Amen Thompson, a lot of people now picking up. He's got a lot of, because they beat the Celtics. He had a great game. People started to pay attention to him. And this game, he only played 30 minutes. I'm not sure why. He was getting 40 minutes. This game, he only played 30. Maybe he's just tired. Still put up, 7 for 7 from the line, 3 steals in the block. Amazing. Continue rostering him. And, just given how much he's proved himself, right? He was a +1 while, some of the other starters were like -8, -5. He really proved himself. I wonder what's going to happen when Jabari Smith comes back. Jalen Green had a decent one with 25 points and 1 3, 2 steals and a block, but had 7 turnovers, and he took 24 field goals. I don't know. I feel like Şengün's usage might need to go up a little bit. He went 7 for 12, 30 minutes. He's not getting huge minutes at the moment, just 30 minutes, right? 18 and 10 is still fine, but he's not, right? A lot of people feel like, he could be like a top 15, top 20 player because in theory, if we look at counting numbers, he does provide a lot of good counting numbers. It's just the efficiency is not there. Although he shot the ball okay here, 4 for 4 from the line too. It is versus the Atlanta Hawks though. Fred VanVleet continues to just not score. 5 points, 6 assists, and 1 3 and a steal. What are you going to do? 36 minutes is really good. He's just not doing as much. His usage is just low when he's on the court. Dylan Brooks, after going off for like a career high in threes, only hit 3 threes here. He remains to be a streamer. For the Hawks, Trae Young had 8 turnovers. Trae has not played well in the last month. Let's see. Trae in the last month, 98th ranked player. Right, averaging 25 points and 10 assists, that's great, but 5 turnovers and shooting 41% from the field. Another bad game here with 8 turnovers. Dyson Daniels, he's just way better than Trae Young in category leagues this year. Every time I look at him, his numbers just very impressive. 33rd ranked player in the last month. It looks like he might just be averaging over 3 steals. I thought maybe in the beginning of the season it might be a little bit unsustainable, but he's special. 4 steals in a block here, 6 assists, 10 rebounds. He's gonna be a guy next year in category leagues. People are gonna draft him super high because he's ranked inside that top 30. But he's not a guy that I would spend a 4th round pick or 3rd round pick on. Unless you going for a build that, because it's just hard to win steals every week. Even when you have Dyson Daniel, you still need many other guys, right? Maybe you need like 3 or 4 steal specialists to really lock it down. If you just have one guy, it's not enough. So you really gotta build your team around that. In the 3rd or 4th round, I feel like that's usually not a good strategy. In the earlier rounds, you usually wanna get guys give you a lot of points, rebound, assists, or threes. Maybe threes is not as important as some of the other categories, like especially points and assists and rebounds. But that's just me. In category leagues, right? I just feel like Dyson Daniels, if he keep this up next year, he's gonna go super high and then probably gonna disappoint. Okongwu, 2 steals in a block. Yeah, he's a must roster at the moment. Sure, playing very well. Kampala didn't even play here. And Vid, the coach just loves him. 2 steals in a block, 13 points and 2 threes. He takes so many threes. DeAndre Hunter came off the bench, hit just 1 3. If you can trade DeAndre Hunter for any value, I think he went off the other night. So try to look for those. I just don't know if he has long-term value. In the short term, he's gonna have a couple good games. The next one is the Portland Trail. They actually beat the Bucks. This is Damian Lillard coming back home again. Only 20 points and 6 assists with 2 threes. Not the best game for Damian Lillard. While Giannis had 39 points, 12 easily could have had 40 if he just made a couple more free throws. Brook Lopez with 1 steal and a block, 11, just doing what he does. For the Bucks, really, like Chris Middleton had a rough game, but I wouldn't drop it. I would not drop it. It's rough, this game. It's very clear. Only played 15 minutes. I don't know why. He did have 3 personal fouls, so he struggled a little bit. But he does have upside, so I would really hold on. But again, depending on your team situation, if your team is struggling to make the playoffs, nobody wants to trade with you, right? And they don't have a game in the next 3 days or 2 days, you drop him. You're fighting for a playoff spot. If your team is in a good spot, and let's say he's your third worst player, then 100% you hold him, right? 100%. Now, if it's the playoffs, you have to win, then you drop him. If when the playoff comes around, he's playing just 20 minutes, 25, then you drop him. You're just holding on to him for the upside, which right now it doesn't look so good, for sure. Gary Trent Jr. hit 3 threes. Yeah, I mean, these guys, the Bucks just a bunch of guys, 2 superstars and Chris Middleton and 3-and-D guys, and Lopez. For Portland, DeAndre Ayton, he came back, had a big one, 21 points and 14 rebounds and steal on a block. Amazing. And with everybody healthy, Did Jeremy Grant get hurt? Portland's rotation is interesting. Okay, he got hurt. He had an ankle injury. Okay, so he might be out for 3 weeks. Who knows? He might be out for a while. If you got an IR, you can put him in there, but how much value does he really have? So if Jeremy Grant is gonna miss out, ankle injury, who knows? Maybe a week or two. Maybe Scoot Henderson gonna get more minutes, or Shaedon Sharpe, right? Both guys right now, they don't seem to be much rosters. But if Scoot Henderson consistently get 30 minutes, I like him. He played 26 here. 10 points, 6 assists, and a steal is not bad, especially if you need assists. Alfred Samus had a decent game with 25 points and 4 7 assists. And Danny Advia really popped off with 30 points, 9 rebounds, 3 threes, 2 steals. With Jeremy Grant getting hurt, that helps him. Tomani Kamara was getting minutes anyways. No defensive stats here, no threes, but did grab 11 rebounds. This Portland team, let's see. They have a lot of killers on this team. If DeAndre Ayton is ever out, and if Donovan Killian can find himself like 25 minutes a night, he could be unstoppable. He played 10 minutes here, had 6 rebounds and a block. All right, moving on to the last game of the night. Finally, the Warriors able to get a win. I don't think Curry played this game. For the Jazz, they're also trying a bunch of different things. Now they have Keontae George came off the bench, and they have Isaiah Collier. In my opinion, Isaiah Collier needs to be rostered. He had 9 assists here. Just the assists alone in category leagues, he needs to be rostered. Efficiency might be a little bit rough and some turnovers, but and they have Keontae George came off the bench. He's still getting 32 minutes, but hey, if he's assists, he still has 6 assists here. But if he doesn't get assists, you could drop him. Then at that point, he just points in threes, which you can find a bunch of guys on the waiver wire, right? He's not even scoring that many points or that many threes anyway, right? Bulk of his value is coming from the assists, and then he's still turning the ball over at a pretty high rate as well, and then it goes 2 for 8 from the field. So for sure, overall this season, he's way more negative than positive. We're just holding him for the upside. But if we get in a situation, he's no longer the point guard on this team, right? Isaiah Collier is better option. Colin Sexton had a great one with 30 points. It looks like he's just starting now. But, things could change. I mean, this game, Lauri Markkanen didn't play. You have Walker Kessler. This is just a bad situation. For fantasy, guys is going to be in and out of the lineup. Bryce Sensabaugh, he could actually put up a lot of points. He had 26 minutes here, 8 points. You could definitely stream him if everybody continues to be out. For some points and for some free throw, he get to the line a decent amount too. The other guys, I don't really trust him. Drew Eubanks, sure, if they have a back-to-back and Walker Kessler is out, he did have 4 blocks here. For the Warriors, finally good to see them get a win at least. Dennis Schroeder got the start, had 23 points. Kevon Looney had 11 rebounds off the bench, but it's just hard to say. Trayson Jackson-Davis, he starts, he gets 6 minutes. That's Steve Kerr is basically making decisions on the spot based on the game. How each player, like Podziemski went off 32 minutes with 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. If Curry continues to be out, he could be a really good streaming option, right? With everybody out, Buddy Hield only gets 22 minutes, and he was a minus 22, while Kevon Looney and Podziemski plus 23 and plus 19. So of course they got more minutes. Andrew Wiggins, with Curry out, had 19 points, a steal and 2 blocks. Didn't shoot the ball well at all, but he was a plus 12. Yeah, this Warriors team, Draymond Holland has Draymond being out a couple weeks now too. I'm afraid, the Warriors might be in a situation, okay, they're still fighting for their 10th spot, but if they don't get close, right, they're going to rest all their players, especially with Curry and Draymond. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.